and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on an Indiana night.
Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome back to the most underrated sneaker channel on YouTube. Your words, not mine. Today is actually pretty busy. This week just kind of got all derailed. Monday with the whole Vegas thing, man. That was just terrible, super tragic. Thoughts and prayers to everybody out in Vegas, the families, the people that were visiting, the people that were at the show, the people that work in Vegas. The shit is just horrible, and honestly, it really messed up my Monday. And then finding out the news about Tom Petty, man. Tom Petty was my guy. Yeah, Monday was just not a good day. I actually filmed a bunch of shit to get a vlog up, and then I just decided not to use it because I wasn't even in a good mood. I wasn't positive. I was kind of just like going through the motions, you know, and sometimes it's good to have that, but I just didn't feel like it was quality content, so I pushed that to the side. I've had a pretty busy week, so going into Monday, I was just like ready to get my week going. Broncos beat the Raiders. Like, it was supposed to be a good, positive, happy week, and that just kind of derailed the whole thing. I can't even explain it to you. I don't know if it was the combination of the Vegas stuff and Tom Petty and the weather, the way it was, but it just like derailed my whole attitude. I mean, and sometimes you have days like that. It's just is what it is, man. Some days you wake up and something happens or a certain event happens and you're just not feeling it. Most days, you know, you kind of brush it off and continue to move through any adversities or anything that happens, but Monday just hit me like nothing I've had in a while. And yes, I said the Broncos got that dub, that bounce back against the Raiders. Huge division win. Be on the bye this week, week 5. So I'm gonna take that time this weekend to get some renovations done on my place. As pumped as I am about that big Broncos win going into the bye, the Rockies, man, the Rockies lost last night in the wild card game, which is a 1-game playoff. I said this on my Snapchat. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you probably should, man. It's OMG, it's TTF on everything. But how does the MLB only have a 1-game playoff for the wild card? The whole season is full of series, you know? Everything is a series with every single team. You never just play one game, unless maybe it's like a makeup game from a rain delay or something. But then you get to the wild card and they only give you 1 game. I realize it's been going on like this for a while, but the Rockies don't make the playoffs that often, so I'm a little salty that they got beat last night and they're already out after 1 game. I mean, honestly, they got shelled. The pitching staff was terrible last night in Arizona. I mean, if you'd have told me before the game, hey, you guys are going to score 8 runs or 7 runs, whatever they scored, and lose, I would have been like, come here real quick so I can slap your face. No way. But that's how it happened, man. The pitching staff just wasn't up to it. Pitching's always the problem here in Colorado. Even when we've paid money to bring in like big name Mike Hampton and Denny Nagel back in the day, like it didn't really help. We've never had like an elite pitching staff. It's hard to pitch at altitude. It's hard to pitch at Coors Field. Nobody wants to come here. So whenever the Rocks get a shot to get in the postseason, that's only the 4th time they've ever made the postseason in club history. Like, they're generally not a great team, but I go to a ton of Rockies games while I used to live in downtown, so I'm a little bit salty about the loss. But that's enough with all that loser talk, man, because we're losers. Congratulations to everybody down in Arizona, all the Diamondback fans. You guys get to play LA, but it's NFL season. The Rockies are out, and so for that reason, I'm out of baseball season. I'm probably tuned out. I'm probably not watching any more games until we get to the World Series. Nonetheless, what's going down in this vlog? We're gonna go meet up with Dallas and Mandy right now at my condo. We're gonna take some measurements. We're gonna look at some stuff to do some renovations. We're gonna go to Home Depot. I don't know what we're gonna buy, if we're gonna buy anything, if we're gonna buy the whole store. I don't know what we need. We're gonna get a list together, we're gonna get measurements together, and we're gonna start the renovations tomorrow. Me and Dallas are gonna start scraping up the floor, put down some nice wood, laminate, or whatever they call it. Mandy's gonna do the kitchen countertops, the kitchen cabinets, all that stuff. Should only take a couple weeks, and then I'll be able to move in. We'll be able to get the vlog back on track. We'll be able to get things back to normal, back to my own space. I should be getting my shoes back from insurance at that time as well, so I'll know what I have, what I don't have, what I need to replace. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll come back, we'll take a look at the Ultra Boost ATRs. I'll give you guys the full review, the fit, the feel, the sizing, everything you need to know if you didn't already cop, if you're on the fence, and all that goody good. Whoa, I sound like E40, the king of Ebonics. All right, it's enough. I got to get out of here. Let's roll.
What up?
What's going on, Lee, man?
So, hey, man, you right here. Don't worry about it, man.
Hey.
What up? How are you? How are the kids? How's Vitzer, the biggest kid?
Just get it off here.
Hey, he's got the new job, huh?
Wait.
No, it starts.
Wait, he's not with the Fed anymore?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's not.
In the bathroom, just chain smoked in there.
Really?
I had to use 3 buckets of Kills paint on those walls.
Oh, damn.
Because it kept sweating that nicotine, that yellow out of the walls.
Kills paint, fucking.
Dude,
You have to
yeah.
use it for dog pee and stuff. So honestly, if you pulled that up, you could put it on the carpet or underneath.
Because this bitch dog.
So that it doesn't
Oh, yeah.
smell.
All over there.
This bitch dog.
Dogs are great, dude, but goddamn, I mean, they're best.
Should we tear this out or should we lay it over the top? My uncle was saying you can lay that shit over the top of this, but the only problem with that is you have to tear the carpet out and then it's gonna drop off.
Right. So I would say we
Scrape it?
Yes. And if you kept the tile in here, we would try to pop some of these up to try to salvage a couple of the pieces if you ever broke your tile by dropping something on it, a couple extra pieces.
I don't think I'm gonna be that rough breaking the tile, guys. I'm gonna drop a
But yeah, you
poster in the bathroom.
want to do this whole area, right? So we got this carpet, and we've got it right here. Leave the carpet on the stairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Just got this.
Yep.
Pretty easy project, man.
That's my style. That's why I tell them all the time. It's easy.
That's what he said. Dude, I don't think it's easy either. You guys,
It's easy.
You're saying everything's fun.
I mean,
This is not a weekend job.
It wasn't a weekend job. This ain't even a weekend job.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna do all this to make them look pretty on my wine drinking off time. Football watching Mandy in the garage.
Oh, there's no off time when it comes to football.
That's
No,
my
she
off.
said that's her.
That's my off.
That's where
I do projects.
she's gonna be working while we're watching
I mean, Adam
football.
doesn't do jack shit on Sunday, so I have to entertain myself. I'll spend a bunch of money because I'll be like, oh, which Target?
I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. Now I'm free, free falling. Yeah, I'm free, free falling.
You're getting a cart right now?
no, I just don't want the cart to blow and hit my car.
Anyways, we're going to Home Depot right now to price out some shit. I don't really know what we're gonna buy. I don't really know. This is my design team is here with me. Because I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm not a renovation guy. As I said in the last vlog, it's not my thing.
Me either. I just wanted to be in the vlog.
That's tight. What about that one back there? How
about this?
Too red?
How about this rich mahogany?
She said too red. It's like my beard gets when it gets too long in the sun. Yeah, I feel like this looks like an old barn. It's like an old barn built in 1942. Gotcha.
26th?
What is he doing over there?
I don't know. Let's go look at the counters. I like this one too,
I do
but
too.
when you could tell the seam is a fake wood, like as opposed to like this.
That looks clean,
like
doesn't it?
it's an actual piece of wood. I don't like that it's not really.
Yeah. Looks like a dog's foot over there sliding across the thing. Scratching the shit out of it.
This one probably fits better. Let's go look at the counters and we'll decide if that fits.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out with them because guess what? I ain't got nothing to do, man.
Like the girls' room have these.
Which do you like better?
I like being able to look out and like turning them. So
I do
like
too.
those.
Like being able to creep on fools.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm a creep, so I could just be like, what's going on out here? What's the deal? You see the way that lady looked at me? Especially when I said I'm a creep. She looked at me like, Tom, do you see that boy over there? Creep.
Saratoga hickory.
That's what you got, huh? Same one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the exact
I
same
don't
color.
think so, dude. I think you got the lighters right.
It's what hickory?
Saratoga? Saratoga hickory.
You're gonna be in charge of pushing that cart. I'll start wrecking everything. I'll knock your camera down.
What else are we
Dallas, you can't get out this way. Got some backup here. Got some weather stripping issues.
We've had way more issues than that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
went ahead and did that. That's fine. That's fine. All right, guys, we are back home. Before we get into some sneakers, again, if you follow me on Snapchat or the gram, you'll know that I got the new Apple Watch Series 3. I also got the iPhone 8 Plus. A lot of people have been hitting me up asking me to give a review. Is it worth it? Is it not? So I'll kind of run that down really quick. The iPhone 8 Plus. I am getting the X as well. That drops November 3rd. Pre-orders start October 27th. I traded in my 7, got this. When the X drops, I'll trade this one in and I'll get the X. But as far as this 8 Plus goes, man, it's honestly not a ton different than the 7 as far as what I use on the phone. I did notice the camera's a little bit better. It has that portrait lighting feature. It also is better in low light. The augmented reality thing, I haven't even used that, so I can't give you any breakdown on that. The wireless charging on the back, that's something that doesn't really apply to me. I don't really use wireless charging because when I charge my phone, I'm still on the phone usually, or I want to be able to use the phone. I don't want to have to set the phone down and then stand over the phone. As cool as wireless charging sounds, for me, it's just really not that big of a benefit. So in all honesty, if you have a 6S or if you have a 7 and you're debating between this and the X is going to be a whole new phone. It's going to be a totally different phone. Whole thing is screen, no home button. So if you want to try to get a whole new experience, go with that. You know, if you don't really care about all that, this is a great phone. I mean, but I don't really think there's a ton of differences from the 7 that I really notice, other than it's a little bit faster. When I did update my 7 Plus to the iOS 11, you know, that was kind of, it wasn't glitchy by any means, but it was just a little, you know, stuff ran a little slower on certain pages. But this one, it runs super smooth. Battery life is really good on it. I didn't have any issues with my 7 Plus on battery life. So yeah, for me personally, I don't feel like there's a ton of differences from my 7 Plus to my 8 Plus. As far as the Apple Watch goes, man, this thing is super sick. Like, I just have the standard band that it came with. I haven't got a new band yet. Dallas already got a new band. He got like the breathable joint, but Apple's taxing on them bands. I think he paid like 50 bucks for that band. I just have this one for now. I probably will get another one, but it's not that urgent. Now, when I first got this Apple Watch, I didn't know how much I would really use it. You know, I never had an Apple Watch before. This is the first one with cellular capability, which for me is awesome. Now that I have the watch, I use it a ton. I don't worry about leaving my phone anywhere because my phone number is now on here. I ran to the store the other day to grab something for my aunt. I forgot what kind or what brand she wanted. I was able to just boop, call her right on the watch. My phone was on the charger. I think I forgot it and it just stayed at home. I was driving there and I was like, noticed, oh, I don't have my phone. But it wasn't really a big deal because I had this. I was able to use the watch, call her, get the right kind of sauce. The other thing that's super convenient for me when I go for a run or a jog, or I have my Bluetooth headphones connected to my phone all the time. With this, I can just bring the watch with me and now all my music is on here. Podcasts, radio shows, apps that I use. It's all on here. So pretty much every app that I use, I mean, there's probably some that aren't on there, but pretty much every app that's on my phone, it automatically installs them on the Apple Watch, if Apple Watch supports it. For some of the apps, you can actually go in and do things on them, and you know, you can reply to texts on here and it's super easy. Some of the apps, it just strictly gives you notifications, like Snapchat. It just gives you a notification someone snapped you. You can't see it on here. You have to grab your phone. So if you're a person that can't go like an hour or two without like seeing what the snaps are, like, you know, you may not be the guy that can just leave the phone at home and bring the watch like me. But I do find all that stuff super convenient. I find the sleep features super convenient, the heart rate. I used to have a Fitbit back in the day and I really liked the sleep features that had and like the reminding you to stand and telling you your steps. I really liked that. But I got off Fitbit and I was waiting for the new Apple Watch because I knew I was going to get it when I got off Fitbit. My ex had Fitbit. We had it together. We shared the app. She bothered me. I got rid of the app. I got rid of the Fitbit because I'm petty. I'm Tom Petty. But back to the Apple Watch, I would highly recommend it. For me, the music and the podcast stuff alone, without having to carry my phone, my Bluetooth connects to this Bluetooth and I can listen to all my music. I can listen to my radio shows, my sports talk shows. That to me alone is worth it. The other thing I really like about it is the fact that if someone texts you or you get a notification or something, especially text, once I turn my wrist like this, the face lights up, it shows me who the text is, and then it scrolls down and it starts showing me the text so I can see it right there. It is especially nice when I'm driving because I don't got to reach for my phone, grab my phone, pick it up, look at it. I can just look over, see who it is, and keep driving. The text, it shows me. I don't got to touch it. I don't have to scroll it. I don't have to do anything. That is a super convenient feature for me, and it saves me a ton of time. I'm not pulling my phone in and out of my pocket all day, because if it's not that important, I'm like, oh, cool, I'll get to it later. If it's an email, oh, cool, I'll get to it later. My phone was constantly just dinging all day, every day with different retweets and all this different stuff. It's nice to just be able to look at it there and see if it's important or it's not that important. Those are the things that I like about Apple Watch. Is it for you? I don't know. You have to make your own determination, how your lifestyle is. Do the features that I spoke of benefit you? Maybe some people it does, maybe some people it doesn't. But for me, I find it super beneficial. As far as the 8 Plus, not too much difference from the 7 Plus. I'm waiting on the X. I definitely wouldn't go crazy over getting the 8 Plus unless you've already made your mind up that you don't want the X. Last thing before we get into some sneakers, I know a million people are gonna ask me what this is. I've already talked about it before in other vlogs, but if you're new to the channel, this is a pop socket. It sticks to the back of your phone. You can buy it at a lot of cell phone stores. I'll link it below. It's on one of my Amazon links. Again, pop socket, it just pushes in like that, sticks to the back of your phone. Just makes it easier to hold, man. If you have a Plus or a bigger phone, I mean, and I have big hands, but this just makes the phone so much easier to hold. I'm not dropping it on my face when I'm like laying in bed. It's just easy. It just makes the phone easier to use. Plus, you can use it as a stand and, you know, lean the phone up to watch something, whatever. I just find this super convenient, like 10, 15 bucks, super worth it. If it comes off, you can just wet it, re-stick it. So that is a pop socket. Again, highly recommended by me. Now, let's get into some sneakers, man. As I told you before, we're going to be taking a look at the Ultra Boost All-Terrain or the Ultra Boost ATRs, ATR mids. I did go with 12 in these, true to size. Bang, there we are. Ultra Boost mid. Look around the shoe. This is the Burgundy colorway. They've come out with like that tan or sand colorway. They came out with the gray joints, and they came out with like a darker green. I don't know the exact names of the colorways. I'm sorry. I was not interested in any of the other ones except for the burgundies. First, we'll start off with the fit. And by the way, if I normally don't mention sizing or anything, it's normally true to size. Sometimes I just forget to mention it because it's true to size. This one, I did go true to size. However, the sizing on it may vary for you. For me, I wouldn't go anything else other than true to size. There is some room in the shoe, especially when you lace it like this. So I have one laced up like this. I have one laced up like this, which is kind of how they come factory. I like both styles. In the on feet, I just left them like this so you guys could see a variation of both. The thing I noticed is when you rock them like this, they're naturally tighter. The laces are pulled tighter. They fit more of, not necessarily snug, but they fit really true to size. These, if you do it like this, you get a little bit more room. So when you buy an Ultra Boost, if you go true to size and you have some room in there already, if you choose to lace them like this, you're gonna even have some more room. In that case, you may be able to go down a half a size because they're definitely roomy inside the shoe. Me personally, big ass feet, I would not go down half a size. I would just stick with the 12. The 12 is perfect for me. But I just wanted to let you guys know that there is some room in the shoe, and then if you lace them up like this, that creates even a little bit more room because the shoe's laced up looser. Now getting into the prime knit of the shoe, standard kind of 3.0 prime knit, very, very stretchy. It does have, like, you can kind of see it right there. It does have this coating on the top of the prime knit that makes it water resistant. Not necessarily waterproof, but water resistant. You've probably seen a ton of videos, people putting them under the sink, underwater, and it just beating off. Love that feature, especially here in Colorado where you get a lot of snow. It's wet in the winter. These are gonna come in clutch. If they drop another colorway that I like, I'm definitely gonna cop because you need a couple pair of these in Colorado, man. So I think that's a really cool feature that comes on all these new mids, like the 4 colorways that they drop. The run through time mids, the Kith mids, those are all different mids. These are a totally different, these are ATRs. So it's just a totally different prime knit, totally different setup here. If you're new to Adidas or Boost, all mids are not created equal. These 4 colorways are ATR mids, so that's why they offer that water resistance and some of the other all-terrain features we'll get into in a second. Moving around to the side of the prime knit, I love how they put the 3 stripes. It's kind of just bulging out of the side of the prime knit here, just built in. Moving along to the side of the prime knit, I love how Adidas put the 3 stripes. They kind of just built it into the prime knit and it's just popping out there. It's kind of embossed, if you will. Really, really cool touch. And I think it just makes the shoe more comfortable without having a cage or something restrictive there. Moving up to the laces, like I talked about, I laced them up like this. The other one is laced like this. That's just the standard, you know, how it comes out the box. Either way looks cool to me, but I'll probably end up going like this just because I like the stees. As far as your lacing system on this, is a totally different lacing system than we've seen on any other Ultra Boost. It's got like this plastic, laces go through on the side, 4 lace holes. Nothing overly fancy, but I like it. It fits the shoe. Moving up to the tongue, man, this was the talk of the town here. The tongue has been a lot of controversy. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm one of those people that loves it. I think if the tongue was missing and you just had the sock liner, I would not like that. I just wouldn't like it. It would remind me too much of an uncaged Ultra Boost. I like that they stepped outside the box and did something different. Plus, I like the way that if you're wearing jeans, they kind of sit behind there. Joggers, it doesn't really matter, but jeans especially, they can sit behind the tongue, which is nice. I like that look. A couple people hit me up and said that they were skeptical about the tongue. That was kind of the reason they were holding off. They said, can you tuck it under the laces? I mean, you can. I just don't know how that would really look. I was gonna throw a little bit of that in the on feet, but it just did not look good, man. In my personal opinion, yeah, it just wasn't for me. I like the tongue a lot. You got the Adidas logo, that's the same on both tongues there. Back behind the tongue, you got the shock collar, sock collar. Doesn't grip your ankle too tight. If you're wearing ankle socks, it's super, super soft. It doesn't rub on there. It's not gonna give you carpet burn, as my homie Oshi would say. It's definitely a very, very soft prime knit sock collar. Whether you're wearing low, no-show socks, ankle socks, high socks, it doesn't matter. None of them are gonna be uncomfortable with the sock collar. Moving to the inside, bright orange Ultra Boost insole. It is removable. Now let me take this insole out and show you guys the heel cup in this thing. This is totally new, totally redesigned. We haven't seen this on any other Ultra Boost, and it's like an extra padding on the inside of the heel cup lined around there. It's like this thicker padding, which definitely adds to the comfort of the shoe, makes the shoe fit nice and snug, and it just feels plush on the inside, man. I don't really know how else to say it. It's a nice feeling. Moving around to the back, you got the orange pull tab matching the insole, and it's got these 2 little hits back here. They're not reflective, so don't worry too much about that. Going down to the heel cup, you got that kind of 3D printed style Ultra Boost heel cup, all silvered out Ultra Boost branding there. As I've said before in other videos, I love this style of heel cup because I feel like it doesn't get beat up or scratched up as much. Standard Ultra Boost midsole. Now moving down to the bottom, you got this trail sole. Now look how much tread, let me see if I can, yeah, you can kind of see. There's a ton of tread on here. I mean, it's like winter tires, like on your feet. And I think that actually adds to the cushioning of this shoe, man. This shoe definitely feels just more squishy than a normal Ultra Boost. Boost, less like you're gonna roll your ankle, just really supportive, but it still maintains the comfort of Ultra Boost, and maybe with a little bit more cushion between the tread, the boost, and the new insole around the heel cup. The shoe is definitely on the high end of the comfort scale. I mean, like, is it more comfortable than a regular Ultra Boost? I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to say, but I would definitely say that it's not less comfortable, and there's a little more cushion provided by the trail sole and the extra padding on the inside, around the inside of the heel cup. As far as the look on these joints, man, I didn't really know. Like, I think they look really good off feet. And then when I put them on feet, I really loved the way they look when I looked down at them. I thought they looked dope. But then when I looked kind of in the mirror, I looked from the side, I was like, man, does that look weird from the side? Does it kind of look like a hiking boot, especially when you got jeans on? Like, I don't know, for the first 5 minutes, I was kind of questioning like, oh man, I don't know how that looks. But after a couple hours, after the first day, they really grew on me, man. I really love this shoe. I did a couple different on feets for you guys, one with joggers, one with jeans, just so you can kind of see the difference and how they look with each one. I didn't do any with shorts because I'm not gonna be wearing these joints with shorts. If you are, I'm not judging, but I'm not gonna be rocking these joints with shorts. That is really about all on these, man. That's the Ultra Boost ATR, or the Ultra Boost All Terrain. Very, very nice shoe. Definitely a recommended cop. These started out at $240. The tan pair was $240, and everyone was kind of like, damn, that's aggressive, which I agree. These dropped to $220, so Adidas released these, and I think the other 3 colorways at $220. And I mean, retail being $220 is still expensive. I think you can still cop these at retail. If you can't, I don't think resale is anything insane because, like I said, the price is already $220. But I know these and a couple of the other colorways were sitting for a few days after launch, maybe even a week. I'm not sure if they're still sitting or not. But if you live in any kind of climate where you get a lot of moisture, a lot of water, a lot of snow, I would highly recommend you get a pair of these, man. These are gonna give you the comfort of Boost while keeping your foot dry or warm. But that is it on these joints, man. Before we get into the on feet, huge shout out to you guys for subscribing to the channel, man. We're almost at 16,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We got a lot of life changes coming in the next 2 months. Not just the renovation and moving, but some other stuff that I can't talk about right now, but just know the next 2 months are gonna be crazy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated. As always, if you guys need anything from me, leave a comment, hit me up on any form of social media. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, man. I love the shit out of y'all, and I will see you fools tomorrow.
Looking fly, fresh in my lumberjack. No more dealing with the school, I ain't coming back. And when I sing 2 cups, better run it back. Cause y'all know my name is Jetta on the track. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever, ever. Yeah, I'm looking fly, looking fresh in my lumberjack. And I ain't dealing with the school, I had enough of that. I'd rather party with the crew, better run it back. Beer pong party at the crib, want none of that. Party in the basement, party in the basement. I can take you high like a spaceship. Hey miss, got a bottle, can you be my chaser? Plus I got 5 on that shit called Jamaica. And I got 5 of these chicks, no makeup. Posted in the game, I'm a primetime player. Never mind my haters, it means I'm doing something right. Live by the motto, that's that lumber life. Live, love life, never had enough life. That lumberjack feel good cup life. That chill out, roll up, puff life. We just tryna have fun as we live young, right? I'm looking fly, fresh in my lumberjack. No more dealing with the school, I ain't coming back. And when I sing 2 cups, better run it back. Cause y'all know my name is Jetta on the track. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever. I'm looking fly, fresh or whatever, ever. I'm looking fly, looking fresh in my lumberjack. And when they hear this song